Hello, welcome back to another video. Today we are in my housing. I am going to, as you saw on the title of this video, teach you how to breezily bridge. So there are two types of breezily bridge. There's a type where some people do this. Well, there's actually like 3 types, but the first one is spamming with a higher CPS, and then you feel I'm not good at spamming. The other one is timing, where you time the clicks on when you place. And the third one is a lot like, not really the third one, but it's, you start at the corner and you go like that. It's not very efficient. So the first method, if you want to do with a low CPS, like when I really bridge, I can have a very low CPS. Right now I'm being very bad. Well, another thing for the breezy bridging is if you want to do this, right, which is upwards, I recommend spamming for that while strafing. So as you can see, here's one thing to practice. When I recommend starting in the middle. Then you, well, not exactly in the middle, like a tiny bit to the left. Then you go. See that? See how many that was? It might have been my best. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Nope, not my best. But 14, like, you can make a pretty good distance there, and then crouch. Like, you can go like this, and like crouch right here, and then go in for as however long you want. A way to practice this method, not too much for the timing, but for the strafing, you can just go without just holding down crouch. Just go back and forth, and you don't have to, like, the difference in speed of, if you do this type of breezy bridge, when you start in the corner like that, it is a lot slower compared to this, and it is it's slower compared to ninja bridging in a fast pace. See, I can ninja bridge faster if I want, but I ninja bridge holding, which is slower than if you ninja bridge like that, or like this. I'm not good at it, but if you can get a very good speed the other way. But yeah, another thing you can do is this. Didn't really, I would do this a little bit. It's not too helpful for me, but you take fence gates and you make, I'm just going to show right here. So make a few blocks of a distance, then you go up. Yes, it's not long enough. I'm going to make one right. Let's just go to settings. Okay, so right here we can go over here, and we have the end here and the end here. Build up one. There's multiple ways to practice but you see, it's just like this. You place fence gates on the second one. You place 2 down just so you can get onto the top. You will eventually break all of the bottom ones. So, so you take any type of fence gate and then see, you can't place fence gate there because it's a new block. The reason this will help is with timing. You will start right here. This will help some people, but that's if you want to do the time here. If you open the fence, if you open one of the fence gates, you failed. It's that simple. Open the fence gate, you failed. So, then you can just retry it, come all up to the end, you line your thing up, and if you miss one, you failed. To me, this is not too useful, but it might help one of you. Another thing that you can do is just, you get a floor, you place a block, and you do it on the floor. It is easier because you can just do it on the floor. Like, you can just, even if you just like spam on the floor. See, if you spam, nothing will happen. If you just go straight back and you're aiming on the floor, nothing. But if you breezily bridge onto the floor, it'll show you, it'll help you in that, helping with the breezily bridge. Going upwards, there's 2 ways you can do it. You can do it like this, where you go like that, and then that's more of a moonwalk, which is like this. Well, this is a moonwalk. Moonwalk is S and D like that. I was trying a little bit to moonwalk before. I can't do it. As you can see in my in the right where it shows my keystrokes, you can see how often I do it. And I go. I would say you can also just practice going backwards. You can also go like this, and to practice the strafing. Another thing you can do to practice strafing is with a normal fence, not a fence gate. You just take a fence, you put it down. The reason you want to do this with the fence, it's not completely useful. For some people, it's completely useless, like me. Because in this, you can only go, you'll fall right here. In a normal block situation, you go farther out than on a fence. So whenever you be straight out like this, the difference of standing on this at the end, you're going like this, trying not to fall off. If you fall off, you fail. So you can just set it up and then go. And there's some people will strafe more like this. Oh, some people do longer strafes like this. I cannot do that because I have my timing on a shorter strafe and this strafe. To me, which I personally think is easier, but and also if you want to go upwards, you just set it up. And for me, upwards, sometimes I don't even have to strafe. Just spam. If you need to, you can just spam and go back. The risky part about that is what happens whenever I just spam. I basically, it's like a telly bridge, which is, this is a telly bridge. You go like this, and then you just place all the blocks back. like you'll run and then you'll go like that and catch yourself there and place blocks. For me, kind of like telebirds, I would go like this, and while I'm falling, I would just place on the bottom block and it'll catch me. Like, see, I'm falling and it just catches me. You can, if you get it perfect, it will look something like that. Most people do it for longer. This one I recommend strafing more for. Like, it'll be slower. If you already know how to go upwards like this, you might want to stick with that, because you go. And if you want to, if you know how to double click, then you can if you want to. The way to double click, my mouse does not let me double click, but if you want to, well, you can see if you can, just start clicking, and if 2 blocks get placed, then you know you can double click, which also means you can God bridge. So basically, they're in the spring, it'll hit the spring and activate twice. So it'll double click it. It'll be like this. This is how your clicking will be. You'll click once and that's what happens. So instead of when I go like this, it's not every time. Like when you're double clicking, you'll click once, it'll be every time. Because if you're fast enough, like that's just. Oh, another thing. I started to try and learn this. It's not a fun thing to learn. Breezily bridging diagonally. It's a pain. You set up right here. If you have Optifine, it's definitely recommended. Set up crosshair right at the tip. And you go around halfway and so what you would do is whenever you're there, like, if I go like this, set up the crosshair right over here, and then I go like this. Whenever I go, like when it's right here, and I go like that, and then you should go backwards. This is the fastest way, if you stay like that, to do it. Like if I go like this and right there, like this, and I go, and for me, I can speed read diagonally, so I don't necessarily need it, but I've tried learning it. It's just you have to strafe a very long strafe. Again, for the moonwalk, going upwards, you don't have to, you can just go sideways if you are able to. And if you want to practice it, you can just go up, or you can practice like telebridging. Probably won't work unless you can drag click. I can drag click, except mouse doesn't let me to. So, yeah. And like that. Another way to practice is the bridge. It's a way to practice your reflexes. Wrong thing. A way this can help is whenever you're playing against somebody in the bridge, which I have not played in a while, but I'll just show that this will be the last thing I would recommend if you would like me to make a video on how to drag click. So this, like, you just go like this. You don't have to do that. They hit me, but like if you get your friend on, you can just practice block clutching or like wall riding or like a double block clutch. Like I place 2 blocks while I'm falling, or you can just go like that with your friends, and it's a good way to practice. You have the time and this, and since you are good at block placing, you can learn to wall ride, which is just placing the blocks very fast, and then you just go and try and beat your opponent. I have gotten pretty good at the bridge. Me and my friends would, before, we would try and block clip on this. But now I can block clip and full-on wall ride all the way over and jump in, just like that. If you do this a good amount, you will be able to breezily bridge. No doubt. No doubt about that. You can also tell, like, here's a very annoying strategy that I've done before. You tell somebody, look, and you breezily bridge, and then you guys just start, like, breezily bridging, and then at the end you just start scoring, and then you annoy them. Well, that's the end of the video. Bye.